So I grew up in a semi-small town. I was out on the streets, always playing sports with my friends. But as I got older, things changed. Friends got into drugs, some got into gangs, but I stuck with baseball and that kind of kept me out of that sort. And sticking with baseball got me to where I am now.
I come from a Christian home. We started going to church when I was at a young age. I draw towards loving people, and I've just always wanted to love people well, love people the way Jesus loves them.
Growing up homeschooled, my social circle was not much bigger than the people I hung out with after church. I was thinking after being in homeschool all the time and being around church people exclusively, I might want to experience a state school. I wanted to see something a little bit different, a different side of the world, get some different experiences. But I realized that the integration of my worldview and my education was far more important to me, and I wanted something more like what Bryan has to offer.
So I played 1 year at junior college of baseball, and one summer I decided to play in a Sunday league with adults, and one of the adults happened to come here at Bryan and played here at Bryan. He told me that Bryan needed a shortstop and I would be wasting my talents and just be stuck if I didn't go try it out. And when I first came out here, I didn't like it at all. It was a big culture shock. It was in the middle of nowhere. I just wasn't a big fan. And then he had another conversation with me after I told him I did not like it, and he was like, at least try a semester. At least if you tried it and you like it, then you can stay. And if you don't like it, at least you tried it. So that was how that conversation went. And after I tried it for the first semester, I ended up really liking the culture, so I stayed here.
I think that at Bryan, I'm most thankful for the community that I've been able to develop with students. I've made a lot of great friends. We're able to have one-on-one relationships with our professors and talk to them not only about school, but also about life. And that's such a treat and such a blessing here at Bryan.
I would say that I genuinely am most thankful for the relationships I have with the staff. These are people who have pushed me in my faith and pushed me to be a good leader, who have shown me how to be a good leader. They've all been great role models, and I'm really thankful to have somebody who I can look up to in this world.
I would say I'd be most thankful for a new perspective on life. In California, I didn't know what to do. I was angry all the time, and since coming in here, I found a relationship with God. I found great friends, great coaches, and I have a pretty firm plan of what I want to do after graduating, which I didn't think I would have.
I feel like I am preparing myself for big things, and that's the purpose of Bryan. And I want to give back to Bryan in every way that I can think of. Encouraging others to consider Bryan College as maybe their education place, maybe as their home, maybe that's where they're being called to serve. And there's so many things about Bryan that I value, that I'd be remiss to take advantage of Bryan and not see the value that it's offering and give back to it as much as I am able.
Your stories began at Bryan when you arrived and have lived on at Bryan ever since you left. They've inspired countless students who have followed you, as well as the faculty and staff who've been here all the while. And they've also inspired me. Thank you for adding your voice to the Bryan legacy, and may God richly bless you.